Start your engines. This Sunday marks the 2015 Indianapolis 500, which you can see right here on Channel 13. Despite the misconception, racers have to maintain a healthy and active lifestyle before stepping in the driver's seat. Joining us now to share how he gets ready for the big race is Graham Rahal. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
How do you prepare for a race like the Indy 500?
Well, like a lot of things, I think there's a lot that goes into it to make sure that you're in, the best physical condition and shape that you can be in. For me, obviously cardiovascular work is a big part of it, eating healthy. One of my partners is Meta Wellness, or Meta Health Bars, is one of the products that I use mainly to, particularly being in the on-the-go sort of lifestyle, running around, as most people do. It's a good healthy snack that kind of gives me a little bit of a competitive edge, I think, over the others. So, if you look at it in IndyCar racing, the cars are very physically demanding to drive. So you have to make sure that you're in peak physical condition. If you look at the Indy 500 on its own, the second this race is over on Sunday, we're focusing on the 2016 Indy 500. So we can't make any mistakes. You have to be on top of your game, and it starts all with your physical fitness.
We know that you have a very hectic schedule. A lot of our viewers do as well. So what are some tips that you can give us to stay in shape and keep motivated?
Well, the Meta Health Bars, I think, are a big key to that. I think a lot of people, when you're running around, you're grabbing a snack here or there that's not generally the healthiest thing. And so that's a good key for everybody. I think the biggest thing that people forget is that an active lifestyle doesn't mean you have to go and work out for 2 hours a day. If you can get out of the house and get out of the office and get some sort of workout in, whether it be 15, 20 minutes of running, jogging, walking, something to kind of get your heart rate up, get your metabolism going, I think that really helps a lot. And that's always the first step. I think a lot of people who have struggled with weight a little bit always think that, my knees hurt too bad, or my back, I can't do this. Well, you have to start somewhere, and I think that's a good first step.
So definitely diet and nutrition plays a huge role in your overall health there. And what about water? How much water do you drink, and do you feel dehydrated in the car?
Well, you try not. We actually have a drink bottle that's in the car. They'll hold a couple pints of fluid for the race. We'd like to hold more, but we can't because of weight. That's how big of a factor it is in our racing cars. And so, really, during the Indy 500, I'll probably lose 5 to 10 pounds worth of water weight. So you're trying to replenish that as much as possible. You would probably start a week or two in advance drinking a lot of water, making sure you're overly hydrated, so that when it comes time for the race, you're in the best shape as possible, because it is about 3 hours. It can be a little bit quicker, it can be a little slower depending on cautions and things like that, but generally you don't get a break, and it wears you out, and you've got to be on top of your game. So, keeping hydrated, maybe a little bit of Gatorade or something that's got a little sugar in it to keep your energy levels up is always a good thing as well.
And what about the adrenaline? Does that keep you going as well? And looking at the people in the stands?
Well, for sure, adrenaline's a big part of it. And the Indy 500, few people know, but it's the world's largest sporting event. Get over 400,000 people here on race day. So it's a massive, massive undertaking for everybody involved. And, of course, for the fans, for me, what makes an event special is the fans. And, so when you come to the 500, definitely the adrenaline is pumping at an all-time high, and you're ready to go. But once you're strapped into that race car, you're pretty well focused on what's around you. And, the adrenaline keeps you going, but that mental sharpness and the physical, fitness that you have is a huge part of this. You can't make any mistakes, no errors. If you do, it's going to cost you a year. And for some people, you never get a shot to come back to the Indy 500 again. So you got to make sure that you're at your best that day.
Well, we'll be watching you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
This Sunday, the race is on. Watch Graham make a run at the checkered flag for the Indy 500. Rev up your own healthy and active lifestyle by visiting the website on your screen for more information. Jeff?